Hey guys, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Alright, so I did give up. I know that only took about 15 minutes, that idea to just get, gone. So if you can't tell, I'm broke again. So I decided to go ahead and buy a truck. I didn't go super expensive. I did take out a $100,000 loan to help me pay for it because I wanted to do some upgrades. So let me go ahead and give you a tour of what it looks like. Now, I did not paint the truck. I wish I would have, but I didn't. I completely forgot and didn't even realize that I hadn't done it yet. So it is a Kenworth because it is my only option. So I've only visited one place, which is the unfortunate part about working for a different company. You don't get to explore like you usually would if you had your own truck. You can just drive around without a trailer if you wanted to and visit everywhere if you would like to. But I did not have that option working with somebody else. So I decided to go ahead and buy my truck. And this is what the inside looks like. It is a day cab. So I guess I'm just going to sleep maybe in the floorboard right there, or maybe right here, right there. But, it is what it is. It wasn't very expensive. I think I only paid about $140,000 for everything. So the outside, I did do some upgrades, some basic upgrades. Again, I just started new, so I don't have the same stuff that I would have. I added some lights, some horns, the mirrors in the front. I kind of wish I would have got those painted as well. I think I have to go up a level to be able to do that. And yeah, so I upgraded the engine and stuff, as well as adding the four tires back here, 4 axles, or 2 axles in the back. So that should help. I know I do have a rating for if I want to take a heavy load. I can't take the heaviest load, but I can take a pretty good heavy load. So that will increase my my pay. So let's go ahead and as far as trucks go, it is a perfect starting vehicle, because as soon as I start making some more money, I am going to give this to another driver of mine once I get tired of driving it, and then I will be able to upgrade to a better one. But mainly I want to get started, pay off this first loan, maybe take out a $400,000 or $500,000 loan and buy 2 or 3 more of these. You start off cheap. I don't know if it matters. You guys might be able to tell me. I don't know if it matters whether you are, whether they have a cheap truck or an expensive truck. I'm not sure. But, if it does, then, all well. I will start to upgrade them, for that particular purpose. But, whoa, starting to drive here and the engine's off. So I'm going to put on my parking brake. Let's go ahead and see what kind of loads we want to get into. Yeah. See, now that I have my own truck, it gives me the freight market. See, this is what I'm talking about. $20,000. Holy smokes, it's all heavy DLC. Oh, let me click on here so I can narrow it down. Alright, so a lot fewer options. Man, this one is $50.91 per mile. But I'm not sure I will have the... I wonder if it's picked up. Where is it picked up at? Beezer Homes. So we're at the same place. So I might just go over there and look at it and see when I get there how heavy it is. But I might just go ahead and go with something like this because I won't have to worry about it. Let's see here. It's more the per mile pay rates is the main thing I look for. So let's go ahead and go with this just to be safe. Again, I haven't tested out the truck, so I'm assuming it's going to work, but go ahead, back up here. So I like having the mirrors in the front. It saves me from having to get those mirrors on the view, so I'd be seeing them right now, and I don't want to see them right now. I want to try to be, again, I'm not a truck driver, so I can't guarantee I'm going to do everything the right way, but I at least want it to be as close to being realistic as I can be. So Right, so it's starting to look a little dark. I wonder if that's just a tint or if it's just looking that dark. I mean, it's only 2:30 in the afternoon. Oh, I've got my route advisor up. It is a lot easier to tell how fast you're going with the route advisor up. So I went ahead and chose that first one, but whenever I get up here and I actually go onto the little the manhole cover to be able to choose the job I want to get, I will be able to, judge at that point whether I think my truck will be able to handle it or not. And unfortunately, I can't take the oversized load and all that stuff off at the beginning of the run. It would be nice, but I wanted to go ahead and put it on there just in case I take a heavy load, so at least I have them. Got a FedEx truck there. FedEx Ground. It's a big reefer. All right. One of the things I immediately noticed that I hate. You guys are probably like, this guy hates everything. One thing I don't like is I've mentioned it on the other truck I had where it goes up by 5, so 45, 55. I'm used to going up by 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 miles per hour, and instead I'm looking at it as 15, 25, 35, 45. Because rarely are the speed limits 75, right, or 65. It's usually like 50. 55 I guess makes more sense, but all right. So I didn't see the manhole cover. Well, let's see if it's up here. I did not see it on the road back there, so. I think I can just pull up and. It's not highlighted, so I really don't want to do that unless. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and head back out here to the front. I did not see it, so I'm not entirely sure where I'm supposed to choose the load I'm picking up. So I'm just blind as a... Is that it right there? I was sitting on that. Wow. I wonder if I have to... Oh. I have to actually click the button. Alright, so... I thought it... Oh. Alright, so here we go. Optimize for heavy haulage. Think I should try it? Let's see what we can do. It's gonna be interesting. Oh man, this is gonna be brutal. I don't know. I'm worried about it. I'm not gonna lie. I am worried about it because I've taken some of these before and they are very heavy, and I'm worried that my truck just isn't gonna be able to cut it. So I'm not entirely sure what happened at that point. I've never had a load that I wasn't able to actually take because it was too heavy. So this is going to be interesting. We shall see what happens. We shall see what happens. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and slow it down a little bit so I don't... Perfect. All right, so let's see what we can do. Oh man. All right, guys. So I decided to go ahead and pull it out of here just to make sure that everything, that it would actually be able to pull it, and I didn't need to like restart or anything. So I am glad. It seems to be doing just fine. There's a red light going on inside that I don't really know what that is. I don't know if that's like your load's too heavy for me light, but it seems to be pulling it just fine. I can be in, 1 and it pulls just great, and 2 and 3. So I don't know how fast we'll be able to go. If nothing else, I could always run it in like, first gear. So we can go ahead and hit the road and see where we can get. So we are taking the trailer to, let's see, Oxnard, and 237 miles. So let's wait for the stoplight to turn, and then we'll head out. I guess I should turn on my blinker. All right, so nobody coming that way. All right, so I am using manual today, so I am cruising. I might actually go up. I sure wish I knew whether that was a road up there that would actually let me turn off, because if I can avoid making two turns, I would prefer that. Come on. Well, alright, well, I'm going, because I'm already I'm already in the middle here, so. Alright, nobody pulled out, so that's great. I'm glad that they wait for you. They don't have to do that, I guess. Carl's Jr. drive-through. I'm hungry. I didn't take much. Sorry, Chuck. I gotta go in front of you. Alright, so man, I'm hitting red lights left and right. Seems to be going through the gears pretty easily, so I guess with the upgrades, I have a lot less to worry about, which is nice. It is very nice. Oh, I need to turn on my route advisor. Thing's been sneaking up on me a lot today. Alright, so this is the first load with the new truck. So it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. But luckily, with it being a day cab and a short wheelbase, that I won't have to worry about a whole lot of stuff. I'm notorious strictly because of how cheap they are. Well, I guess it was a mod I found out that made it pretty cheap. but I think it's the W900 that I was driving before. It's got such a long wheelbase, it's hard to maneuver around. And things like this, they're so nimble. They're so, you can move it around so easily, which is beneficial for a lot of reasons, especially in this game. So, all right, speed limit is 55. I'm gonna have to merge over here before that car gets over here. Oh, don't you do it, you jerk. Come on. You gonna go or you gonna... Alright, I'll go then. Appreciate it. It would have been nice if you didn't pull up on me like that, though. Man, that's a sketchy looking motel. Does have a restaurant, though, if you're into that kind of thing. Alright, did they give me a full tank, by the way? I guess I should have checked that out before I started my trip. I bought the truck, they better give me a full tank. They did, so... Alright, so I am going to be getting on the interstate here. Really, truck? Really? Car, you gonna let me go? No? Wow. That guy must have came over from GTA. Guess it'd help if I shift, huh? And this is one of those ramps I was telling you about that are so short. Perfect. Thank you. Alright, so this is where I probably end up having to shift down to first gear, try to drive it as far as I can. Doesn't seem to be doing too bad. It's just going to take a while to get up to speed where I need to be. But ultimately, as long as I am getting the RPMs up, I have that power that is needed to, fully get the truck up. So even up that little bitty hill that was just there, it's handling like a champ. And I'm slowly climbing. I mean, I'm just now at 43 miles per hour. $45. That might be too high of a gear. Maybe not. Miles per gallon, my fuel economy is going up, so I guess it's not too bad. Alright, so I'm about to hit 55 miles per hour. Go ahead and turn on my cruise control. Oh, looks like I'm one off. Oh, go ahead and adjust a little. So, like I was mentioning in previous episodes, I am using my control panel and stuff for the SciTech control panel that has all of the buttons on it, and literally all I do is push down the little wheel button and it'll set the cruise control. I can push the wheel forward and it will increase my speed, and if I need to decrease it or even toggle it off completely, I just hit the button. But if I want to decrease it, I just scroll the button down. So I love it, and I wish it had, the couple things I wish it had, like a clutch and a force feedback would be excellent, but I enjoy having the buttons as well. So I do love it. Love it. So here I am cruising. I mean, there's not a whole lot to really do except for this. You can look at the scenery and stuff, but there's some trailers I've never even seen in my life. I like those Weston trailers. Things are blue. You can see those things from a mile away. I wonder if they have a camper mod. Man, voice just cracked. I wonder if they have a camper mod, like you know, one of the really big, long campers. I need to check that out because it'd be kind of cool to, you know, travel from one place to the other in a huge camper. I almost feel like you're on a road trip. I wonder if that's a tree farm or is that a got a fence around it though? Over there on the right. All right. I like the fact that this trip is mostly straight so far. You know, the last one was left, right, left. I mean, constantly changing, you know, directions. You know, getting off this ramp, getting on this ramp, getting off, you know, right after that, the next exit. It's crazy. Los Angeles, Carlsbad. You know, another thing, you know, I don't live out west, so you know, I'm still learning all of these, you know, cities and stuff and where they are in relation to other things. Obviously, like Los Angeles and you know, all of the bigger cities like that. What the world is this? Ah, I know exactly what that is. That is the longer train mod. I don't know what to say about that. The floating cars here, but holy smokes, I can guarantee you that is that. I'm probably going to have to remove that sucker. I like the fact that they're longer trains, but I don't like it that much. That is crazy. I don't even know where there's a railroad track around here, so it just seems to be completely random on where they show up. I did remove that ambulance mod. I don't know if you guys have seen that in a previous video, but that ambulance mod, as soon as it would get to be about right there, it would turn to like a really bright red. And yeah, it just, you know, on some people's it was fixed, and on mine it just didn't seem to, so I had to go ahead and remove it. But luckily, you know, with all the mods that I have installed, there isn't any like real lag, which is very nice because lag really ruins a game. It takes it out of the realism, the immersefulness of the video game. So I am glad I don't have that issue. Pretty impressed with this little truck, though. I really am. I am, you know, cruising along at 55 miles per hour. Looks like maybe 56, but you know, ultimately, I mean, it's pulling it perfectly fine. So, you know, I might be able to actually do some of the heavy haul loads with, I think this one's actually one of the heavier ones, so that's really nice to see. Really nice to see. I like seeing things like that where you have a bridge going over, but you have cars like they're headed somewhere, you know? You got places to go, people to see. I still would love to know what that light is. If anybody knows, go ahead and leave it in the comments. You know, I might, you know, search it after this, but if you guys just happen to know what it is, let me know. I'll go ahead and stay in the middle lane. It's like, I'm not going so slow. I need to be in the slow lane, but I'm not going fast enough to be in the fast lane. So this is kind of like the middle of the road, literally, and figuratively, I guess. Uh-oh, this is going to be a steep hill. This should be fun. Alright, so I think this guy's going to let me over. So I'm probably going to be downshifting here. This is going to kill my miles per gallon. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh boy. Well, I mean, this seems to be holding here at 15, what, 17,000 RPMs and headed up. Nice. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty stoked about this truck right about now. I'm gonna stay in this gear. I'm not gonna shift up yet, even though I'm maxing out my RPMs here. But you know, sometimes you just have to do it. Now I can go ahead and shift up. Very nice. Very, very nice. It cruised up there a lot better than that last one did. Now I don't know, if the last one was heavier, that could be the case, but I wouldn't think it would be. I mean, those brakes are sensitive. I just tapped it and it went down like 15 miles per hour. Alright, hopefully this isn't just a off-ramp. Oh, it is. Good grief. Oh boy. I can't blame the truck. There's nothing he could have done about that. You gonna let me over, car? Thank you. Not that he had much of a choice. I was coming over anyway. But usually they have signs nowadays. They'll say exit only if it's only going to be an exit, so then people can start to merge over as just common courtesy. But I didn't see it there. Maybe that's something they should add in at some point. Or maybe our modding community will be able to add something like that into the game. It would be neat to see. It would be neat to see. Shouldn't have too much further to go. Should not have. Whoa! Man, that guy's booking it going up that off ramp. I was smashing it. See, there's an exit only. Why? I wonder why. So they do have it in the game. I'm gonna go ahead and steal this right lane here. Come on, baby. Okay, now I gotta go over here, the left lane. Wow, that one just cut over. Look at the sun rays coming through the trees. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Matter of fact. Boom. Nailed it. Took that screenshot. Oh, that's a good one too. Alright, so this one says exit only, and I don't think this is my exit, so I'm going to go ahead and start seeing if I can merge over. If somebody would be nice enough to let me over. Alright, well, it looks like this guy. Oh, wow. Really? Really? Alright, oh man. People are killing me. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Alright, Alright, that truck's gonna let me go. Good grief, man. Sometimes you just can't plan for it. Sometimes you just cannot plan for it. Alright, so what's new? Not a whole lot from here, to be 100% honest. Again, it's Sunday, so, more than likely, well, most of you guys are going to be headed back to work tomorrow if you didn't work all weekend. If you did, sorry. I'm glad I have off on the weekend. Most weekends, anyway. I don't have, a set schedule that I really work as far as, only 40 hours a week and stuff like that. I don't have that, so I usually end up working, more than that whenever the job requires it. So it's one of those things that, some weekends I'll have a lot of time available, some weekends I won't. So I think I might stop and sleep here in just a minute. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get some. Well, I'm already over here, but oh man, not a huge fan of sleeping during the evening, or driving during the evening, especially with a load like this. You don't want to have that. Was that the rest? How in the world am I supposed to fit in there? I wonder if I pull over here if it'll let me. No. Oh boy. I'll see how much further I have. Oh, okay. I have 14 miles to go, so I'm going to go ahead and deliver this load. Oh, my lights are off. Alright. I kept pushing the button, it wouldn't register. Then it started registering too many times. Look at that night sky, man. This is why this game is so enjoyable. It's like it lives. The world lives. And I'm just now starting to get tired in the game, so I think I should be fine as long as it doesn't take too long to park. I should be fine to where he's not going to, start. What happens is if you don't play the game, if you don't know how it works, what will happen is he will start to yawn at first, saying, hey, I'm getting tired, and if you don't sleep, eventually he will start falling asleep at the wheel. So, if you're in the middle of driving and all of a sudden your eyes will close, you'll just see the screen go black, and the problem with that is your vehicle is still moving, and since it's still moving, you will, as soon as he opens his eyes again, you could be in a wall, you could be on the side of the road, you could be in the middle of a traffic jam, and you just, ran into, 10, 15 people. There's a ton of things that can go wrong. So you definitely do not want to fall asleep at the wheel. And, you've got to find a rest stop to be able to do that, which means that not only do I have to drop this load, but right after that I need to find a place to sleep for the night. And I'll probably have to find I probably can actually just go run back down the road there that I was, just on, and just pull my cab in there. Alright, so looked like I made that one pretty easily. So it drops up here on the right. This should be interesting. Not entirely sure where it's going to have me unload it, but I bet you it's in the spots that it usually is. Stealing this lane over here. Keep clear. I like that. That's brilliant. Alright, so the same place I always fail on. They're going to make me fail again. This day cab is so maneuverable. I love it. Alright, so let me just see if I pull this just straight forward. It hasn't worked in the past, but maybe if I can get it with this smaller cab. See what happens. Nope. Oh. Unless it's expecting me to back it in here, which I am nowhere close to being good enough to do that. I mean, nowhere close to being good enough to do that. Or maybe, I didn't even think about that. I wonder if I'm pulling too far up. That's worth a shot anyway. Of course, I don't think I'm in that. Of course, that cone isn't there, and I don't think it's in there until I drop this. Or is that it back there? Now, I just got this heavy haul DLC, so if you guys are thinking I've been playing with this for the past couple of months, it's actually not the truth. It's not the actual reality of things. Oh. Alright, so let me look down here, see what's going on. So yeah, that cone doesn't show up until after I drop the load. I've tried it all the way forward, I've tried it all the way back. Hey, there's a, I wonder if that's a longer train. Definitely looks like a longer train. Alright, so I might have to do what I always do, or have been doing here recently, and just because, I mean, at some point my guy's going to fall asleep, and hopefully not kill anybody. I prefer to do it at a safer place. So I was hoping if I got those cones to match up, maybe it would work, but I'm going to go ahead, just because you guys asked me to. I'm going to go ahead and try. I'm going to go ahead and try to turn it around, come right back at it, and see if I can. So let's see what I can do. Alright guys, so I was not able to get it parked. I will continue to try. I might even watch some YouTube videos from some of the other people that do them. I'm not entirely sure what I need to do, so I'll go ahead and do that. But again, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Please hit the subscribe button if you want to continue to get updates for not just American Truck Simulator, but Euro Truck Simulator, as well as Prison Architect and 7 Days to Die, and quite a few of others. So please go ahead and do that if you would like to. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the weekend, and I will see you guys next episode.